number 18, Clay Neal. From Wiley, number 19, Grant White. From San Angelo Lakeview, number 20, Damian Luna. From Bluffdale, number 21, Eli Cashin. From Ballinger, number 22, Jalen Hernandez. From Comanche, number 23, Chance Boswell. From Merkel, number 24, CJ Cody Walcott. From Roby, number 25, Daniel Perales. From Wiley, number 26, Riley Robinson. From Abilene High, number 27, Bryson Perez. From Wiley, number 28, Hunter Hood. From Graham, number 29, Mateo Rodriguez. From Stephenville, number 30, Cade Whitehead. From Three-Way, number 31, Cameron Grant. From Stephenville, number 32, Patrick Samuel Wilson. From Ranger, number 33, James Coughlin. From Three-Way, number 35, Hunter Mayfield. From Anson, number 36, Corey Lane. From Rule, number 37, Kylie Mason. From Albany, number 52, Landon Ballou. From Wall, number 53, Emmett Marlatt. From Toller, number 54, Sam Stewart.
I'll press the button and see.
Comanche, number 55, Ethan Deese.
I doubt it.
From Haskell, number 60, Caden West. From Stephenville, number 65, Rob Harrison.
There's Hudson down there at
From
like the 20.
Goldthwaite, number 66, Edmund Martinez. From Newcastle, number 67, Lucas Owen. From Comanche, number 68, Christian Anaya. From Colorado I, number 72, Liam Monperer. From Sweetwater, number 75, Hassani Myers. From Wiley, number 77, Bryce Brozovich. From San Saba, number 80, Adrian Martinez. And from Wiley, number 88, Gage Hypen. The coaches, head coach. From Wiley, Jason Meaning. Also coaching Dublin's Sean Bradford. Jim Neds, Jonathan McClure. Comanche's Tanner McQueen. Abilene High's Monty Lackey. And Man Middle School, Rudy Saltus. Let's have a big hand for the Red Football All-Stars.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Shotwell Stadium as we bring you the 26th annual Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic benefiting the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I'm Jimmy Pogue, glad to be with you this morning. My broadcast partner is Rick Kaysen and the crew from AISD Live bringing you this one today. And Rick, we've said a lot through the 22 years we've called games together. Good morning has not been in our lexicon very much.
Good morning has not been in that. And of course, right now it's 82 degrees. If this game was kicking off at normal time, it'll be about 97 today. So that's the reason we're here early this morning. Should be an exciting ball game for us today, Jimmy.
Yeah, you've got a couple of really interesting matchups. The first thing that you have to notice, the number of players from Wiley that are in this game. I believe 13 of the starters come from Wiley High School, and their head coach is Jason Ming, the offensive coordinator at Wiley. He's going to handle that one, but don't count the blue team out.
No.
Mitch Abels, the head coach of Hawley, is coaching this one. He has got some loaded skill position players. It starts with his son, Keegan Abels, who played for him at Hall. He's going to Hart & Simmons. He will be a quarterback, but will share time there at the quarterback spot with a couple of other guys that really can, lack of a better term, can just sling it.
Yep. Harrison Brockway from Graham, and then Ty Thompson also from Graham. Those two guys can really throw the ball down the field.
Both going to Hart & Simmons as well to play, and so I know Jesse Burleson happy with that. So you're going to have a couple of really interesting matchups. Kind of interesting, I'm watching Austin Cummins, the Cooper quarterback, jogging out in the field right now for the blue team. He's listed as a receiver for this game. Two thoughts about Austin Cummins. One, congratulations. He is going to Angelo State to play baseball.
Yep.
But two, the other thing, he decided, even though he probably will not throw a pass in this game, he decided to show up, be a part of the week and what they offered. He's playing receiver. He's starting a receiver. Don't think that the trick play is not going to run through him.
Absolutely. That's a definite open option for Coach Mitch Abels and his staff. Because Austin Cummins, 2-year starter for Cooper at quarterback. North, the red, going back north and south, the red will be watching for that, I'm sure. But Austin's got a lot of talent there for the blue team.
You know, go ahead.
I was going to say, interesting thing to me is I've kind of done a breakdown on the classifications this year. There's no 6A players, so nobody from San Angelo Central. 5A Division I, which you're talking Abilene High mainly, there's only one player. And then, your lower levels are really loaded. 5A Division II, the blue only has 2. The red has 11. The majority of those Wiley Bulldogs. So, for the 6-man group, there's 7 6-man players on the red team that are here today, and 4 on the blue. So I always like to watch those guys and see how they adjust to a different ball game than they've been playing for the whole career.
But you know this, there are some guys in this game from Clyde, from Roscoe, from Snyder, Graham. They can play. Westbrook. Westbrook's got a 6-man guy. They can play.
Oh, yeah.
Comanche has been good recently. Highland is good. Jim Ned has representation in this. And then you look to the other side, there's Ballinger, there's the one that's interesting to me, Hunter Mayfield out of 3-way. I didn't even know where 3-way was until I talked to Coach Jim Garfield a little bit ago, and he was telling me it's up there by Paducah. Who knew that? And, of course, you've got the Stephenville, the Sweetwaters. You've got those guys that can play as well.
Yeah.
All of them can play.
It's going to be an interesting ball game, though. This is always fun with this, to see how that all combines to give you a solid effort. Fun to watch also, if you're down on the field, is to see all the different stickers the kids have from different schools.
Like the Hula Bowl.
Yeah, it's fun to see, because that tells you they've built relationships in a really short time.
I remember I've talked about this in the past, but when my son played at Cooper, and he got to play in this game, and he was so excited because he went to Aaron Rohn and said, I would like, or to Todd Mavis and Aaron Rohn, and said, I would like some stickers, some helmet decals. And he wanted a Brownwood Lion. That was the one, because he grew up, and Brownwood was it. And he came away with one of those lions, and it's still on his bulletin board at his school now, where he teaches and coaches. So, that was really funny. But like you said, they develop a camaraderie. What's interesting in this ball game, a lot of times we have come in and we have been just dead wrong as to who we thought would dominate a ball game. Yeah. Offense is hard to put in. We were talking to Coach Gar earlier, and he's coached in one of the Texas high school football All-Star games. And I asked him what's harder, and he goes, offense by far. He goes, anybody can go get the ball. Yeah. But he said it is hard to go and implement an offense. So it helps Mitch Abels. It helps Jason Ming. because they both have their sons quarterbacking, the linchpins of both of this.
Yes.
So time for the national anthem. We'll take the break for that, so you'll be able to watch that live here on AIC Live. Glad you're with us here at the 26th Annual Merle Greathouse All-Star Classic. We're back right after this.
Before I pray, I want to share a verse. Hebrews 11:6. It is impossible to please God without faith. Anyone who wants to come to Him must believe that God exists and that He rewards those who sincerely seek Him. Will you pray with me? Father God, thank you for many blessings day in and day out. I pray that everything we do glorifies you, and thank you for the opportunity this week for us to get to know our brothers and sisters in Christ, and the ability to grow your kingdom and your glory. Win or lose, there's only one path to victory, and that's through you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Football Classic. Welcome everybody back here to the Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic, benefiting Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kaysen getting ready for this one. Rick, the good crowd on hand here to watch this 26th edition. But before we get going, you have to recognize, and we see, actually there's a flyover this morning. How about that? You can see it on the big scoreboard screen. But what I was going to say is it takes a lot to put this together. There's a huge volunteer staff. Congratulations to DJ Gilliland, to Josh Harcastle, to Lisa Coleman, to their staff, all for putting this together and having it ready to go. As we watch the flyover now go over our heads.
Well, and what a busy week it's been for them with the addition of some of the other basketball coming back to Abilene.
Yeah.
So they've been
busy.
They've been really busy. They're going to be ready for maybe that's why we're playing at 10. They can go home and take a Saturday afternoon nap.
Also, I may be wrong, but I do not recall this game being played solid blue, solid red.
I don't either.
It's been white pants.
White pants, yeah. I like the stripes on the jerseys too.
Yeah. It looks like the Colts in the blue.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It's that color scheme. But they get ready for everybody for the captains to walk out and get ready to go. We're glad you're with us here. Keegan Abels is one of the captains for the Blue, along with Ivan McCann out of Roscoe, Caston Vega out of Stanford, and Mason Milton out of Graham. It's kind of hard seeing across the way because the numbers are small. Bear Ming out of Wiley is a captain, along with Clay Whitfield out of Stanford. Now we got to see players kind of separate a little bit.
I'm excited to see Clay Whitfield from Stanford. He had some pretty big numbers for this last season.
I think it's Clay Deal out of Clyde. Is that a 10?
I think there's.
I think it's 10. JC Galindo, yeah, it sure is. And then the fourth captain is. Let's see if I can get a number.
55.
65.
65.
That is Rob Harrison out of Stephenville. The Ville has been ever present in this game through the years.
Yes, they have.
In fact, I remember the first one when the Stephenville guys got off the bus. They brought their offensive line, and they were large, grown men.
They play a different brand of football in Stephenville.
So the El Dorado, it's a kind of an aqua green helmet that they've got on.
El Dorado Eagles.
And without a doubt, Clay Whitfield out of Stanford has won the sticker war. Yeah. His helmet is completely covered with other schools' decals. So the red team has won the toss. They've elected to receive. Blue team will defend the south goal. And so we're about ready to go. Rick, just a quick takeaway. You are excited to see
Clay Whitfield. I think, you look around and, of course, excited to see some of the Cooper players since we call them all the time. I'm excited to see how the blue defense will match up with the red offense, because the red offense has so many wily players. The offense putting in, you talk about offense is harder to put in, they come in with their offense.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how this blue defense will stack up against that. They've got Coach Nolan Vosberg from Stephenville on the staff here to help set that up.
I'm interested to see the guys from Graham. Ty Thompson, these are the guys that are coming to HSU. Mason, to see Keegan Abels out of Holly. We watched him. Harrison Brockway out of Graham. It's going to be fun to see those guys. Seeing who Red is sending back to receive the kickoff. The kicker for the Blue is Eric Welch out of Jim Ned. And the Red sends back, I think
one of them is Xavier Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander's at the top of the screen.
Number 7, Clay Whitfield from Stanford on the near side.
So it's Whitfield and Alexander. Zay Alexander, last time he was on this field, attempted a backflip at graduation, missed. Had to say that for my guy Zay. And here we go. Here's the kickoff. And it's going to come down to the 10-yard line. And Zay Alexander, 15 to the 20, 25, gets outside, needs a block, gets to the 30, puts his head down, gets to the 34-yard line. So the Red will start at their own 34, and that means Bear Ming will come to direct the offense. He is out of Wiley, headed to ACU. And your flyover goes back now to the Abilene Airport to land. One after the other.
The team will begin first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
See what the Blue can do up front. They've got Weston Wolf out of Brownwood, the defensive end, number 20. Robert Trowbridge is on the nose. He also is out of Brownwood. Ivan McCann, 26, out of Roscoe, and Jacob Southall out of Dublin. The front four will set the rest of the defense after this. Here's Ming on first down. Ming takes the snap, is going to run a little reverse. He comes to Alexander, tripped a little bit, 35-40. Zay to the 45 and is dropped. But Zay Alexander picks up 11 on first down. It'll be enough to move the sticks. Also defensively, you look at the linebackers. Caden Bird out of Early's the Mike linebacker, the Willside linebacker, Mason Milton out of Graham. And then the corners, the free side is Mason Earhart out of Brady, number 9. Jeremiah Apple out of Cooper's, number 10. Johnny Menfield, the strong safety, is out of Brady. Free safety is Gary Beasley out of Jim Ned. The weak side safety, Alex Terrell out of Comanche. On second down, here's a quick pass. Goes to Gage Heighton out of Wiley, and that's going to get the ball to the 45-yard line. Should be enough.
They're marking it 46. Let's take a look at the red offensive line, Jimmy. Center is number 67, Lucas Owen from Newcastle. Left guard, 65, Rob Harrison from Stephenville. Right guard, 77, Bryce Brozovic from Wiley. Left tackle, 72, Liam Montpierre from Colorado City. Right tackle, number 55, Ethan Deese from Comanche.
Here's Ming on first down. He's got Alexander. Alexander breaks a tackle inside the 40 to the 39. That'll move the sticks. Not for the first down for the red team. Jeremiah Apple getting the tackle on Zay Alexander. They've done that in practice a few times.
Alexander getting a big role here in the red offense in the early going.
So first and 10 from the plus 39-yard line, the blue 39. And Ming will take a ground ball snap, picks it up, rolls to his left, throws across his body. This was going to be picked off. Coming back the other way for the blue is 24. That's Gray Beasley out of Jim Ned, who gets the ball to the 36-yard line. Ming was going against his body, threw it a little bit off balance, and it was picked off.
Well, that play was kind of broken up from the start.
Yeah, the bad snap.
So Ming was playing a little bit off pace there.
So the 37 of the blue is the line of scrimmage.
Keegan Abels will start at quarterback for the blue.
So first and 10 blue from the 37. Abels, quick pass, looks, rolling around with the ball is Ty Thompson out of Graham, throws across his body to Abels. Abels has it, 35, 40, got a block, gets to the 44. He didn't get a block, he got a cleansing block right there from Tucker Jones out of Clyde. They were trying a little bit of a throwback on first down, going to Ty Thompson, the two guys that will team up at Hardin-Simmons. Thompson, interestingly enough, Rick, was supposed to go to Colorado School of the Mines and play football. That did not work out. Ends up in the lap of Jesse Burleson, the Hardin-Simmons Cowboys. So two quarterbacks that are coming to HSU team up on that very first play. And from the 43-yard line, Thompson nearly lost about 20 on the play, but threw back across his body and ended up being a gain of about 6, so 2nd and 4. Abels takes the snap, rolls to his right, looks and throws, has a man pass caught. First down yardage at the 47. That's Harrison Brockway right there with a catch, also out of Graham. Caston Vega's the running back behind Abels. He's out of Stanford. Receiving core, Tucker Jones out of Clyde, Harrison Brockway out of Graham, Aiden Cerna out of Roscoe, Braden Stacks out of Brownwood, Austin Cummins out of Cooper. Offensive line, the center is Dalton Brown out of Anson. Brooks Clippinger, who plays guard, wears number 38 out of Coleman. Zayden Wishart out of Jim Ned. Wyatt York out of Stephenville, and Jordan Dunson out of Graham is the other tackle. This pass sliding in, trying to make a catch, and coming up with the ball is Austin Cummins, who makes a great sliding catch to the red 30-yard line. Attaway, Austin. First down. Well, Cummins, had he only been able to throw the ball to himself this year. He made a really nice catch on that.
My computer's messed up. I'm just going to call it with you.
So Cummins will break out wide to the right side. Going to the left is Tucker Jones out of Clyde. And a handoff on first down is to Caston Vega out of Stanford. He'll get a yard to the 29-yard line.
Esteban Lozano in on the tackle from Cooper.
Helping out on the tackle, number 29, Mateo Rodriguez.
Second down and 8. 8:56 first quarter. just underway here. It was Bear Ming who threw an interception. On the Reds' first drive, and it gave the Blue the opportunity. And Keegan Abel's moving them down the field right now. Second down, 8. Abels takes the snap, stands in the pocket, looks back corner, has a man out there, pass incomplete.
Nice shot by Abels that time.
Boy, he put
Had
that ball on
Cummins
the
out
dot.
there.
Yeah.
Just drifted a little bit outside where he couldn't come down with it inbounds. Blue offense moving on here on the Red defense in the early goings. Aiden Cerna from Roscoe will check in.
Third down. 8.
Red defense anchored in the middle at the nose by Caden West from Haskell.
Blue has a kicker, Eric Welch, out of Jim Ned. Abel's back to pass, throws, looks deep, and this pass is going to be intercepted. Josh Cole out of Wiley has a pick. He's going to bring it out of the end zone, gets to the 5, and does not get to the 10. He's going to be dropped at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, really nowhere to go with that ball that time for Abels. Josh Cole had great coverage. He was, in fact, ahead of the receiver, makes the interception. So we start this game, 2 drives, 2 interceptions to turn the ball over. The Red will be back at the 9-yard line to start their second possession with 8:11 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, and that both times, both Ming and Abels now on their interceptions, both were rolling against their body.
Yeah.
Both rolled to their left, and the ball's a little bit underthrown. You have to remember about these players, I think that football would be the hardest of the sports to implement and get ready because at best, the best player played first week of December.
Yes. You know, and I think the FCA really hit it right this year. Yesterday was no practice for these two teams, giving their legs a chance to get fresh.
They're calling the line of scrimmage the 10, and on first down.
Davis in at quarterback.
The handoff goes nowhere. Stays at the 10. Caden Davis out of Comanche.
Helping out on the tackle, number 79, Jacob Ross. Second down for the Red.
You say that was number 6 carrying the ball? That would have been Tristan Payne from Abilene High. I don't think that's him.
That's not who that is. Davis again looking at a blitz, now rolling to his left, looks, throws, and the pass incomplete. That was intended for Corey Lane out of Anson. It's going to bring up third down.
This is a big play for the Red offense. They've got to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
They're also against the wind right now. They would be punting into the wind.
3rd and 9.
So 3rd down, 9. I guess the line of scrimmage
It's officially the 10 now.
Is the 10 because, it'd be the 19 for a first down. Back to pass again and being just swarmed under. Back to the 1-yard line, Davis.
Back at the 1.
Wow, that was nearly a safety.
By number 79, Jacob Ross.
Jacob Ross from Goldthwaite.
The Eagle, the Goldthwaite Eagle. Getting good pressure, and he just bowled through his man.
Yes, he did. So now it's 4th and long, and they're going to be punting out of their end zone.
Red team, Jason Ming. I don't know that even if you take a delay of game here, I wouldn't call a timeout because you'd only lose a half yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're going to hold the clock at 1 second here.
Now they reset.
Back deep for the blue team. Return punt number 18, Alex Farrell.
Who is this punting?
And number 24, Gray Beasley.
There's the punt. And all you can do on the punts, it's not a free return. Kickoffs are. So
now the blue will pick up kind of where they left off. They'll take over on the 32-yard line.
yeah, and you said that almost where they left off at the 29 of the red.
Yeah.
So here they've got it at the 32. First and 10, 6:13 to play. First quarter, no score here in the 26 Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic.
Ty Thompson comes in at quarterback.
This will be interesting to see. First of all, if you've ever seen somebody wearing 29 quarterbacking, Thompson, the left-hander, goes back to pass, has a man underneath. That's Vega. Vega's going to lose a yard. Best player you've ever seen to wear number 29, Rick?
Trying to think, Eric Dickerson.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I was going to say Rod Carew.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think of Dickerson. Second down, 11. 5:45 to play in the opening quarter. No score. Thompson out of Graham, the left-hander.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he is a big kid. He looks, well, so does Abels. They both are built quarterbacky almost. Thompson puts his head down, gets to the 31.
Picks up 1 on the play. Now it's 3rd and 9 for the blue.
So third down 9.
Both teams alternating quarterbacks by series here in the early parts of the first quarter.
We'll see what Thompson can do here. Look for Harrison Brockway, the far left slot. He would know Thompson probably the best. Thompson now rolling. Play being broken up. Thompson still rolling, still looking. Got to throw. He does. This one's going to be picked off. Red's got a chance to take this one back all the way, and Thompson just levels Driston Payne, who had the pick.
Wow. 3 series, 3 interceptions. Both teams not shy about throwing the ball around today. No.
Well, a punt.
3 out of 4,
yeah.
3 out of 4.
So the Red gets the ball in blue territory to the 48-yard line. 4:37 to play in the first quarter. I like the fact that they're both, hey, we're here.
Exactly.
You've got passing quarterbacks, chunk it.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've had years before. You play your personnel. You've had teams that will run the wishbone. They bring their quarterback here.
Yeah.
And, he doesn't throw the ball much.
Hassani Myers of Sweetwater had really put a lot of pressure on Thompson that time.
Bear Ming back in at quarterback now on first down. Snap comes back on first down. The handoff goes to Kylie Mason out of Rule.
Rule Bobcat picks up 2 to the 46.
First carry for Mason. Second down 8. Trips left side, single man to the right. Ming on second down. Takes the snap, drops back. Here comes good pressure again. This one's caught underneath. I think that's Manuel Ortiz, yeah.
Okay, number 3, Manuel Ortiz out of Comanche.
And he has the first down to the 37-yard line.
To number 3, Manuel Ortiz. And that's a Capriati's first down.
Hunter Mayfield from 3-way lines up wide to the right for the Red.
So first down, Ming takes the snap, a little play fake.
Jaden Lucero with the reception.
Yeah, Lucero out of Wiley.
Ming's pass was completed to number
It's about 5, looks like.
To 33.
Pushed out of bounds by number 9, Mason Earhart. Second down.
Second and 6, they're going to say. 3:26 to play in the opening frame. Ming waits for the snap. Plenty of time on the play clock here. Snap comes back, the handoff. Handoff goes to Mason.
Ball is carried by number 17, Andrew Nunez.
Nowhere. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
17, Andrew.
Yeah, I
Nunez
started to say
from
that
Paint
was
Creek.
Nunez.
Third down for the Red.
The Paint Creek. Do you know?
I do. Paint Creek Pirates.
3rd and 6. There you go. Back to pass Ming. Ming's got some running room. 30. Tripped up. 25-yard line.
We'll get the first
There's
down.
a flag down, though. I think we have a hold on the outside. Yeah.
Hold on the red.
That got a little open for Ming. Pretty sure, looking down there, look at my binoculars. Now, Corey James, the white hat right now.
Dad, the umpire. Now it's 3rd and about 15.
Takes the ball back to the 43. Ming takes the snap. He's got time, looks across the middle, has a man pass caught to the 30-yard line as Jalen Hernandez out of Ballinger. He is shy of the first down, but it may be in a position to go for it.
Yeah, I think you do here with it 4th and 3.
Helping out on the tackle, number 8,
Looks like
Johnny Menifee.
They're bringing in the kicker from Stephenville, Cade Whitehead, number 30. He's going to try a 47-yard field goal.
In the 50 field goal, number 30.
Cade Whitehead.
Cade Whitehead.
Of course, here in the FCA game, no rush.
Yeah, you got a probably better shot here. So this will be 47 yards. Snap is down. Kick is on the way. He's got plenty of leg on this. And it's good. Cade Whitehead has hit from 47. And it gives the Red a lead at 3-0 with 1:06 to play in the first quarter. The 26th Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic returns after this.
The new score, the red team has 3, blue 0. Families throughout Abilene generously opened their homes and served as hosts this week for our all-star players and cheerleaders. We would like to thank all of the host families. We would invite you to please stand at this time and be recognized. A big thank you for your support and the huge impact you've made on these kids and on this event. Thank you, thank you.
Red team goes 6 plays, 22 yards in 3 minutes, 31 seconds. Cade Whitehead out of Stephenville hits a 47-yard field goal to make it 3-0 Red. And like you said, Rick, with no rush, and you have that chance for the snap to come clean. That's the reason why you don't have a rush, because you don't have the deep snapper, the holder that you've worked with all year. You can actually get the ball placed down, a little bit of a breath, and then make your approach and hit it.
Whitehead's long of the year was 49 yards, and he was 69 of 70 on PATs for the Yellow Jackets.
And he is headed to, for some reason, I thought TCU, but I may be dead wrong on that. We could text Sterling Doty and ask him that.
He's in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, that's earlier in the morning there. Still morning here. Here's the kickoff, comes down to the goal line. It will be brought out by the blue, and with a little bit of running room is going to be
Caston Vega.
Caston Vega out of Stanford. So he will give the blue minute to play in the quarter. The ball at the 36. They're on 36.
Abels will come back in at quarterback.
I wouldn't change it for anything, Rick, but it would be easier if they had just their regular helmets.
Yeah.
Everybody's helmet is pretty decorated up. Oh, almost a false start there. Abel's looking long, throwing long, has a man out there. Pass caught.
Austin Cummins.
Cummins is down to the 10-yard line, now down to the 8. Big gain to Austin Cummins.
Wow. Cummins got room over there on the side. And
Austin's got 2 catches already. First and goal.
Hunter Mayfield from three-way with the tackle.
First and goal from the red 8-yard line.
Wasn't Cummins a receiver before the Cougars made him quarterback?
Yes.
Okay.
First and goal from the 8. There's the handoff to Vega. Vega breaks a tackle, bangs down to around the 5. It'll bring up second and goal.
Number 21, Ashton Vega. And on the tackle, number 29, Mateo Rodriguez.
Mateo Rodriguez there on that stop.
Ivan McCann checks into the backfield, number 26 from Roscoe. He is a load to bring down.
Yeah. He's going to get the call and the carry here. He'll get back to the 5 and nothing more.
That'll make it third
and goal.
Third and goal.
Will not run another play in the first quarter. We played one. 3-0 Red. 26th edition of the Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic. Benefiting FCA comes back after this here on AIC Live.
We can also let you know that that outstanding field goal that was made of 47 yards is a Borland-Sylvan Family Dentistry field goal. The FCA hosts home and residence hall ministry is vital for the success of All-Star Week. Families throughout Abilene opened their homes and families moved into Martin Hall at McMurray University to host our All-Stars and our All-Star Cheerleaders. We would like to thank all the host families in attendance today to please stand and be recognized. Organizing and recruiting 54 host homes and placing 270 athletes is no small task. It takes an incredible team of dedicated volunteers to recruit, organize, and place the 2025 All-Stars. At this time,
second quarter ready to start here at Shotwell Stadium. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kaysen bringing you the Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic. 3-0 Red. Blue has a 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line.
Caston Vega will be in the backfield with Abels.
56-yard pass from Keegan Abels to Austin Cummins. Set this up. Now 3rd down. Abels takes the snap, stands in, throws. Back corner, incomplete.
Nice play back there.
He was looking for Harrison Brockway. And it will bring up 4th down. See what Mitch Abels decides to do. Well, he kicked a tying field goal. Will he go for it? I think he's going.
He's going for it. Calls Keegan over.
I met Keegan Abels at a Hardin-Simmons football game this year. I've known Mitch for 35 years. Boy, Keegan is a great, great young man.
Really?
He is, I mean, the FCA game is open to anybody. But Keegan is someone that you want representing FCA. Just a fantastic young man.
And it is now 4th down.
4th and goal. Blue will go for it. Snap comes back. Abels takes the snap. Those underneath. Has a man pass caught. Touchdown. Oh, nice play. Jack Butchie out of Stephenville with a catch. And the touchdown. So Bucci has the catch on a 4th down. Just on the slant.
Yep.
In the 10th, the extra point for the blue team, number 88, Eric Welch.
So, Eric Welch will try the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So, 11:50 to play in the first half. Our new score is blue 7, red 3. All-Star Football Classic benefiting FCA returns after this.
7, red 3. We also do want to give a special thank you to our Residence Hall families who loved and cared for the cheerleaders at Martin Hall. Will and Amy Duggar, Brandy Knoll, Megan and Bertie Calvary, and Josh Whitney Knox and Brooks Hardcastle.
Blue team goes 5 plays, 64 yards in a minute 16. Jack Butchie of Stephenville catches a 6-yard touchdown pass from Keegan Abels out of Hawley. Eric Welch out of Jim Ned adds the point after to make it 7-3.
Fans also don't forget to check out the
deep for the red.
FCA concession stand.
Xavier Alexander on the near side.
Good old hot dogs. Tri-College FCA concession stand.
The small numbers on the front of the jerseys make it hard.
Who's at the top? Kick's going to bounce. Nope. Comes down finally.
It's number 7.
That is Clee Whitfield out of Stanford. Clee's got some running room. He's going to return this close to midfield. Gets across midfield.
And kickoff was returned by number 7, Clay Whitfield.
Whitfield across the 45.
See where they're spotted. Going to get the 44.
No, I think they're going to put him right on top of the 45.
Okay, you're right. So 7-3 blue, 11:40 to play in the first half.
See who comes in at quarterback.
It's Caden Davis.
Caden Davis from Comanche.
So Davis steps in. Davis takes the snap. It's low. Stands in the pocket under some pressure. He's got a little bit of running room. 40, 35 to the 30. Gets knocked out of bounds at about the 27. Well, he made 18 out of nothing right there.
Blasted out of bounds by Johnny Minifield from Brady.
And it's now a Capriati. First down.
They're going to give him the 26.
At the blue 26-yard line.
Great job by Davis. Weaved in and out of trouble, and then when he got to the line of scrimmage, took off and did a great job taking it to the sideline, picking up 16 on the play.
So 1st and 10 for the red. Snap comes back. Davis rolling right. Throws underneath. This was going to be picked up. Jeremiah Apple has the pick for the blue team and gets the ball back to the 15-yard line.
There's a flag on the play, Jimmy.
I think they got defensive holding here. No, it's offensive holding.
Okay.
It's going to be waved off. They pointed the wrong direction at first. So Apple has the pick, and so the blue team has the ball back.
Blue will begin. 1st and 10.
The blue team will have the ball at the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
So now then, both Ming and Davis have a pick for the red. Jeremiah Apple was so good for the Cooper Cougars this year.
He was real steadying influence in the secondary.
Yeah, corner, played safety both.
Ty Thompson in at quarterback now with Tristan Payne in the backfield.
Thompson takes the snap on first down. Tries to get away from one tackler, does. Can't get away from all of them, though. Gets to the 20.
Watching the secondary that time, he had nowhere to throw the ball.
Brings up second down. I'll tell you who you look for out here on this edge, Rick, is J.C. Galindo out of El Dorado.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is matched up kind of a tough spot because he's matched up with Austin Cummins.
I was just thinking, Cummins, if he can make an inside move, he's open deep.
On second down. Cummins is, well, I started to say he ran away from him then. Pass is caught to the 25-yard line. Pass was caught by Harrison Brockway. Brockway is the grandson of former Hardin-Simmons head football coach Jimmy Keeling, legend in these parts.
3rd and 1 now. Ball sits on the 26. Saw Jimmy Keeling at practice the other day.
Got a whistle, I believe, a timeout. Yeah,
by the blue.
Mitch Abels wants a timeout. 9:53 to play in the first half. We'll keep it right here and watch this. Rick, what's impressed you so far?
I've been impressed with the way these teams, as you mentioned earlier, have really gone out there and kind of let it fly offensively. You know, so many years we see this game where it turns into we got to try and run, we got to try and run. And this year, both teams have come out and they'll try to run, but they're also trying to open it up and really make something happen. It makes it a lot more fun game.
Yeah. And I think that it helps that both head coaches, sons of the quarterback.
Yep.
The communication's faster, it's better.
I've been very impressed with Keegan Abels here early and Austin Cummins, the receiver.
We got Brenner Auto Family, Blake Fullenweider Automotive Company.
3rd and 1 for the blue.
Oliver, Warren Paul Abilene, Hannah Super Center, and it's now 3rd down.
3rd and 1. See what Ty Thompson can do here. Takes a snap. He will keep. Thompson leans in, has the first down to the 28.
Thompson's a strong
he is.
kid.
Another catch for Yachty's first down.
Takes the snap, stops, looks. He's got Cummins. Cummins, the 30, out to the 34-yard line. 3rd catch for Austin Cummins.
Coming out on the tackle, number 29, Mateo Rodriguez. 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Cummins probably having a blast.
4. Yeah. I had Austin in class this year. He is a fantastic young man. Like I said, going to Angelo State, played baseball. Handoff straight ahead. Not a lot going on there.
Tristan Payne gets to the 37.
Number 2, Damon Smith.
Oh, it was 2. I'm sorry.
Danon Smith from Snyder with the carry.
Allison, and number
Tiger.
16, Ethan Hoffman.
Proving once again the world runs through Snyder.
Yep.
3rd down, a yard. I wouldn't be surprised to see Thompson run the exact same play he did a moment ago. Snap comes back. He's going to hand it off. Big hole right there for Smith. Smith running away from the field, 35-30, and he's going to be brought down to the 25-yard line. Tackle's going to be made by Tristan Payne, who had the last shot at him. But it's a big carry down to the 25-yard line of the red.
Well, anytime you've got the short yardage situation, if you can break the line of scrimmage, there's plenty of running room.
38 yards for Danon Smith. 1st down. Thompson takes the snap. Stands in. He's getting pressure backside. Doesn't see it. Throws. Has a man pass incomplete. That was intended for Cummins. Well, I thought he was about to get clobbered right there because he never saw the pressure.
He did a great job to continue moving so the pressure couldn't get to him, but it looked like he was about to get blasted.
2nd and 10.
Now we're going to have a timeout called by the Red.
So the Red takes their first timeout, 8:12 to play in the first half. Blue leads 7-3. Rick, this is the culmination of the week. They have had a volleyball game on Thursday. They had men's and women's basketball yesterday. And here's the football game today. All that came back to Abilene this year.
Yeah.
Basketball had been being played in Brownwood, and volleyball had been played at Wiley. But, I mean, but they brought basketball back.
Brownwood picked up baseball and softball.
Baseball, softball.
No one would ever imagine all the time and work it takes to put on a classic like this.
Well, and the thing that you have to go back to is the volunteers, because you don't have volunteers just for football.
No.
I mean, and it's not just game prep. I mean, we have the easy job. We come up here and broadcast it.
I mean, host homes, how many of those do they have to have?
Equipment people, trainers, all the things. I mean, people that feed the teams. I mean, that's quite the undertaking.
No kidding. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Blue. Thompson takes the snap, a little play fake, throws it on the edge, and he had a man was Blake Bankhead out of Highland. Blake Bankhead, that's a hard name to say.
It is. He loses back to the 30.
Yeah, he's going to lose 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 15.
3rd down for the Blue team.
Need to pick something up here to give.
I think you got to go back. Cummins has been your best receiver. I think you got to go back to him.
Yeah.
Tackle on the last play was by number 36, Corey Lane.
So from the 30, they need the 15 for a first down. Play clock's about to run out. Mitch Abel's calling timeout. But they reset.
I think he's just calling a play.
Okay, I think
the formation.
Right. So here's Thompson on 3rd down. Takes the snap. Little 3-step drop. A lot of pressure coming. Rolls, throws, and it's incomplete.
Thompson's pass fell incomplete.
Now you give Eric Welch a chance for a 52-yarder.
Well, the way he hit the earlier one.
Yeah. That was Whitehead.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying the way that Welch has hit his kickoffs, and
true.
You might.
Looks like they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 15, right, or 3rd?
Well, the scoreboard says 4th. I have it as 4th.
Okay.
I think it's 4th down. Yeah, Corey James has it as 4th.
Yeah, it is 4th down.
So here we go on 4th down. Thompson takes the snap, stands in, looks long for the back corner, and it's incomplete.
And the pass was incomplete.
So the ball will be turned over on downs.
So 6:59 remaining in the half. The Red will take over at the 30-yard line.
It's the perfect time on the clock because it makes the subtraction easy. If it was an even 7 minutes and you score whatever, it makes the subtraction. You got to carry numbers. You got to do all the borrow from one side. This is straight subtraction. So the Red has the ball at the 30. Should be Bear Ming again.
Looks like Bear Ming coming back in, number 11.
And Jaden Lucero on the backfield with him. Am I right on that?
I'm not sure. Don't think so.
No, it's a different color helmet, I think. Ming takes a snap on 1st down. Looks long, throws long, has a man out there, and the pass incomplete.
Cleve Whitfield was in the backfield. That one intended for Gage Height. Almost came up with an amazing catch.
Second down for the red team.
It was Cleve Whitfield in the backfield, is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
number 7.
Out of Stanford. 2nd and 10. I like it, though. You're taking your shots.
Absolutely.
2nd down. 4 receivers wide for the red. Ming rolls being chased. There's a hold. There's 2 holds. The throw is incomplete.
A lot of pressure coming.
I would assume there's a flag on this play. I'm looking to see.
I don't see one.
You got an ineligible downfield, I
There it
believe.
is.
The flag's at the 22. That is a hold. I was right the first time. I saw one hold while Ming was trying to get way to the outside. There's just a jersey grab.
That'll take it back to the 20.
So it'll be 2nd down and 20.
Blue really brought the pressure. They packed the line of scrimmage, and Ming was in a run for his life the entire play.
2nd down and 20 now. You know, because of concessions, because of all the things, it's the west side of the stadium that's open.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching this one, you're seeing 3 people on the east side. They just walked across. I mean, there's a lot more. In fact, there's a good crowd here for this game.
It really is. I just keep looking at the parking lot, and it's got a good showing today.
Yeah. 2nd and 20. Ming, a little pump fake. Nice pump. Throws. This one is going to be incomplete. That's out of bounds.
Pass intended for number 28, Hunter Hood, another wily Bulldog. That'll be 3rd and 20.
Good coverage being provided by the cornerback, number 10, Jeremiah Apple.
So 3rd down. From the 20 and 6:36 to play in the first half. 7-3, Blue with the lead.
Blue defense is really doing a good job this morning.
So on 3rd down, Ming. A little play action. He looks, he throws, and that one's incomplete. And it brings up 4th down. It is still morning. How about that?
Ming down, getting up slowly. Ryder Burrow from Santo hit him as he was throwing the ball. Blue will punt now. It's Cade Whitehead coming into punt.
So Whitehead's back there. And Apple's going to make the fair catch, the 46. So 6:25 to play. That was only a 34-second drive.
Wow.
So Blue, little bit of a surprise, Rick. Everybody was saying that Red had such a decided advantage with all the guys on the same page from Wiley. Blues outplayed the Reds so far.
They have. Blue defense has done a good job getting pressure on Ming and whoever else is back there quarterback. Keegan Abel's in now for the Blue at quarterback.
So on 1st down, the handoff goes to Caston Vega out of Stanford. He'll get to the 49, gain of 3. 2nd down, 7.
Helping out on the tackle, number 16, Ethan Hoffman, and number 32, Patrick Samuel Wilson.
2016, we went from north and south to red and blue for this game.
You know why?
Well, the north and south.
Well, reclassification
Yeah.
is what did it, because it was played on the I-20 corridor
Yes.
in the first years. And then reclassifications had, Cooper had dropped to 5A at the time. Abilene High was still up. They'd had some others. Abel's looking long. He's got Cummins out there again, and this one's incomplete. That would have been a circus catch by Austin, but he almost pulled that down.
Was incomplete.
Austin outran the throw there.
Because in the original, you had Cooper Abilene High. Abilene High drew Stephenville. Cooper drew Brownwood. San Angelo Central was not in at the time. That happened about the time that they went red-blue. And then you divide them out by who was where of the smaller schools. And finally, you just couldn't do it, so they went to an open draft.
Okay.
3rd down 7 for Abels and the blue team.
In the red-blue matchup, the blue leads 5-4. So it's been a fairly even series since that change was made.
Snap comes back again. Abels rolling, standing, looking, throwing. Looks for Cummins again, and this one's incomplete. He had Zay Alexander covering him. They played together at Cooper. They kind of hug each other when it plays over there.
That's a fun one. Fun matchup. So it'll be 4th down now for the blue. Eric Welch is coming in to punt. Zay Alexander will go deep for the return.
And even though, Rick, the two teams are really kind of airing it out, you're at 7-3.
Yep.
You're almost to the half. I mean, this game is pretty low scoring historically. We'll talk about the exception to that. Punt's going to come all the way down to Alexander at the 13. The exception to that, I go back to the year Mike Spradlin coached the red team, and in his pick, he had Zach Stewart as quarterback and Taylor Insel the center.
Yep.
I still say that may have been as good of a draft as you would see because the exchanges were so clean the whole game.
Yes.
And if you remember back in the day, Cooper ran an offense that almost started Stewart in motion a half count early because of where Insel would snap the ball. And Cooper ran that offense, and I think Zach still probably holds the record for passing yards in the game.
Let me look.
Meanwhile, with 5:13 to play in the half, the Red has the ball 1st and 10, their own 13-yard line.
Completions, touchdowns. Pass receiving yards. Pass receiving. We don't have passing yards in this
Okay. I think, though, it's Zach.
stats. Probably so.
So now then, looking at the red team, I'm not sure what the holdup is right here. It is Caden Davis back at quarterback.
Jordan Neal still holds the record for the most attempts and completions in the game. He was 18 of 34 back in 2001.
Snap comes back. Davis rolling right. Oh. Almost spun to the ground. Now it's just a broken play. Let's see what he can do. And he's going to be dropped back at the 11.
There's 2 on the play.
I was looking to see what flag was going to be out there. There's not one.
I thought there was going to be a horse collar.
Helping out on the tackle, number 27, Benjamin Harrell.
Benjamin Harrell in on the stop.
Nolan Vosberg from Stephenville has his defense playing at a high level
Yeah, he does.
This morning.
There's going after the ball.
Yep.
2nd and 11. Line of scrimmage is now the 12-yard line. Davis takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Nothing doing right there for Kylie Mason. He's going to lose all the way back to the 8.
So it's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Red.
Third down.
Third down for the Red Team.
Wait, the Blue defense has been really, really solid.
Yeah, they have turned it up. Red moved the ball the first series, and since then the Blue has really kind of dominated.
Snap is back. Here comes pressure. I think it's going to be offsides. I think it's a free play for the Red. Davis is hit hard. Ball knocked away from him, fumbled out of bounds.
It's offsides on the Blue.
I think you have to take the penalty here.
I think you have to take the penalty and
give yourself 2 plays.
Yeah.
4th and 10 or 3rd and 10 versus 4th and 5. Yeah, they're going to hold it at 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 13. It's been interesting to see the quarterbacks alternate per series. We've seen them in this game alternate by quarters. I wonder if they will continue in the second half to go by series or what the plan is.
Usually they'll alternate, and then you get to the 4th quarter, and they really kind of bear down on things. On 3rd and 10,
offsides again.
There's another offsides. Could be an injury on this one, too. And that pass is incomplete. Wow. Jacob Southall out of Dublin fired, and he ended up almost in the splits. Jacob Ross out of Goldthwaite will come in for him now. So now it becomes 3rd and 5. I want to say hi to talk about your volunteer staff. The guys, I saw the big giant grill and everything outside being handled by First Financial Bank.
Okay.
So I want to say hi to those guys that are down there cooking up some food for people to buy.
If you need a reference, you can bring us some.
Our friend Gary Millarn down there. On 3rd down 5, snap comes back again. Davis being chased. Davis is going to go down in a heap back at the 4-yard line.
Wow. They're going to mark him on the 5.
I think that was Vega again that came firing through there.
Make it 4th and 18 now.
You're going to spot him all the way back at the 4.
Okay.
So this will have to be a punt. Well, the Blue team now, Rick, is in a really good spot.
Yep.
Here's why. Two and a half. You're going to have 2.5 minutes to work with. You should have the ball in Red territory. You have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah. That last of the first, into the first of the second.
Snap is back. Punt is away.
It's punt.
And the punt is caught at the 43-yard line. So the Blue has the football with 2:21 remaining in the half, leading 7-3. And you would have to say not just advantage, but really decided advantage at the moment for the Blue.
I think the thing right now, the Blue defensive line is controlling the Red offensive line. They can't block them, so the quarterbacks are having a really hard time having enough time to find a receiver. Ty Thompson will come in at quarterback now for the Blue. He'll have Ryder Burrow from Santo in the backfield.
Tell you what I'd do if I was Thompson. I would roll out boundary side and try and turn it up and run.
Yeah.
First down. Here we go. Rolling out. Strong side. That's to the boundary. His throw is incomplete. Well, the play was working as I drew it up and kind of stumbled out of his break.
The Red brought pressure from the boundary side, And Thompson, when he pulled it was a read play, when he pulled the ball, there was nowhere to go.
Austin Cummins comes out wide to the right side. I think it's Butchie that goes into the boundary. Second down, there's the pass on the slant right there. He's got Brockway. Harrison Brockway has first down yardage to the 29. 2 minutes to play.
They've thrown that pass a few times.
Yeah. And you got to do that sometimes. You got to go where you're comfortable. Snap comes back underneath, and that's incomplete.
Tunnel screen intended for Cummins, drops it.
You know, the other thing right now, Rick, protecting Thompson on the left side, the tackle is a lineman from Graham as well.
Yep.
That's Jordan Dunson. So you've got a Graham left tackle protecting your quarterback from Graham, your slot receiver from Graham. So those guys, they may rely on each other a whole lot here.
Our old friend Casey Dacus on the staff now at Graham.
Second down 10. Snap comes back. Ty's going to run. Ty Thompson inside the 25 to about the 24.
Quarterback keeper by number 29, Ty Thompson. Brought down by his
Hagan Little, the former strength and conditioning coach at Hardin Simmons, is the strength and conditioning guy at Graham.
Is it?
Third down for the Blue Team.
I love Shotwell Stadium. Graham High School, small school, may have the best setup you'll see.
I've never been to a game over there.
Third down 6. You need the first down here.
Timeout.
And Mitch Abels wants his second timeout. He'll take it here with 1:14 to play in the half. Blue leads the Reds 7-3. Rick, there have been some really good players that have played in this game through the years.
Yeah, there is.
I remember the very first rollout of this, Shea Ratliff out of Brownwood, the MVP. But you can, help me out. Sonny Cumbie has played in this game.
He threw the most interceptions in a game.
Yeah.
In this one.
We also want to continue to express thank yous to many people who have been active sponsors for the FCA.
I was going to say, to go to the all-time MVPs, you can just see some names that have dotted who all has been in this. Get to it in a second.
The Stephenville Lions Club, the Evening Club as they're called.
Let me look at your
Third down and 8. And it's an inside handoff. Not much doing there.
Getting a yard to the 24.
And the ball was carried by
Get a 41-yard field goal.
Cody Kelly out of Abilene High. Will Galusha.
Ben Hamilton out of Abilene High.
Down
Zach Stewart.
for the Blue Team.
Jared Villanueva out of Roscoe. He was the offense and defensive MVP in 2009.
Wow.
I mean, you talk about having a game, both sides of the ball.
Blue's going to let the clock run down and call their final timeout.
Reese Childress out of Abilene High.
Not the same man, but Tommy Bowden from Brownwood.
Yeah. So the timeout's called with 29 seconds. I don't think that Mitch will kick the field goal. I think he'll go for it.
May do it.
But he certainly has the kicker in Eric Welch that can make this be 42 yards.
I mean, nobody's getting fired by making a call in this game, so you can certainly go for it.
HCR Realty LLC. these organizations have been
Friend
great
Chance Pierce on the coaching staff this week for the Blue.
All-Star
Yeah.
Festival. Texadelphia from Eastland. Trinity Lutheran Church in Haskell.
Here we go.
You are right. They're going for
They're
it.
going to go for it. So we'll see what Ty Thompson does here. With 29 seconds, it's his number. That's how he talked him into it. Coach, the time is my number.
Thompson talking to Harrison Brockway.
Bringing us now to fourth.
That's who I would put my money on here,
I would too.
because he's lined up to Thompson's strong side, to the left side. I think a slant right in there to him. See that outside linebacker giving a little bit of space to him. On fourth down. Snap comes back to Thompson, stands in. He has some running room if he turns it up. He's stopped shy of the first down. Nice play by the Red, by Corey Lane out of Anson, who dropped Thompson before he got to first down yardage. And so the Red, with 22 seconds, has the football.
At 23-yard line.
Red will begin first and 10 for the last 22 seconds.
This should be Bear Ming's series where you come out and take a deep shot, see if you can have a shot at a field goal.
Why not? I mean, you know, the wind's not a huge factor.
You could run 3 plays here.
Well, I started to say the way that they ran last time they had the ball, they ran a 35-second drive. I'd take a couple of shots.
Looks like they're going to take the knee. I'll run single wing.
Single wing, I started to say.
Esteban Lozano.
And, wow. It goes back to the 19, I guess.
18, I think.
Yeah, they went to the single wing.
Coach Garr ought to come out here. He knows a little bit about the single wing.
And that's going to take us to the end of the half. That's funny. All right, we get to the end of the first half. 7-3 Blue here at the 26th Annual Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic benefiting FCA. We'll be back in a few minutes with this from FCA.
And again, remember, we're going to be giving away all kinds of awards and recognizing cheerleaders, and it's a great time to see the Tri-College FCA concession stand. Our first award is the Micah Tate Lindstrom Scholarship and Coach of the Year. In 2004, Big Country FCA established 2 awards to honor one of our own, Micah Lindstrom, a coach and FCA Huddle coach at Clyde Junior High School, who was tragically killed in an accident at the age of 27. Coach Lindstrom exemplified the model of a godly man, coach, teacher, mentor, and friend. A memorial scholarship honoring our friend was established by the FCA to be given each year to a graduating senior from Clyde High School who has been actively involved in school, community, and church activities. Please give a warm welcome to Micah's mom, Peggy Noyce, and the Lindstrom family, Micah's brother, J.J. Lindstrom, and his family, wife Allison, and daughter Phoebe, who are here to present this year's scholarship. Joining Peggy and the family is longtime college friends of Micah's, Mitch Nichols, head coach of the Blue All-Stars. This year, Micah Lindstrom Memorial Scholarship winner, Caleb Cordry from Clyde. Caleb has been active in the Key Club, Baby Club, and Pals. He is active with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and currently has 3 little brothers. He's a member of First Baptist Church, assisting with Vacation Bible School and Kids Zone. As a member of Backpacks for Kids food drives, he helped collect over 10,000 non-perishable item foods. He was active with Health Occupation Students 21-22 and served as HOSA President from 22 through 24. Member of Student Council and Superintendent's Advisory Council, and has been active with FCA throughout high school. Caleb was a member of the basketball, football, track and field teams at Clyde. Caleb plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin and pursue a degree in petroleum engineering and a minor in political science and economics. In addition, the Big Country FCA established the Micah Lindstrom Huddle Coach of the Year Award, an annual honor given to an area coach who exemplifies the character, integrity, and convictions that Coach Lindstrom lived by. This year's winner is Julie Harris, FCA Huddle Leader at Man Middle School right here in Abilene. Julie Harris has a heart and passion that are truly unparalleled. She has been a coach for 27 years, with 15 of those years dedicated to supporting FCA. Julie consistently lives out FCA's core values, integrity, teamwork, and excellence. But more than that, she is someone who has deeply and faithfully served her students and the Abilene community with unwavering commitment. Congratulations, and thank you, Julie, for all you do to advance the kingdom as an FCA Huddle Coach. Our second award to describe today is the John Hoover Spirit Award. John Hoover touched everyone who met him with his courage, character, and Christ-like spirit. It is in that spirit the organizers of the annual Merle Greathouse FCA All-Star Classic honor a player in memory of the former player and coach who died in 2000 after a long, courageous battle against cancer. The John Hoover Memorial Spirit Award is selected by the members of the All-Star teams and given each year to the players and cheerleader who exemplify courage, sacrifice, and selflessness. This year's John Hoover Memorial Spirit Award for our All-Star football players is awarded to Red Football All-Star Clay Beal from Clyde. Our cheerleader equivalent award is the Ann Hurst Spirit Award. This year, the Hurst Spirit Award is given to Reed Ridley from Abilene Junior and Manny Boswell from Early. At this time, I'd like to announce the Big Huddle West Coach of the Year, Big Country West Coach of the Year. From Roscoe ISD, Shella Arnwine. With Shella is Jamie Calvary, Big Country West representative. Presenting the Big Country East Huddle Leader of the Year is Paul Johnson. And from Albany, Texas, Kaylee Oliver. And our next major award is called the Rex Fleming Award. Rex Tyler Fleming was born October 17, 2002 in Abilene and saw the face of Jesus on November 25, 2012 when he took his final breath on earth after a 2-year battle with cancer. He was 10 years old. His time on earth would seem too short to most, but for those who knew, loved, and cherished him, the light of his life will never be dimmed. His courageous battle with cancer touched thousands of lives in Abilene and beyond, and made all who knew him better because of the way he fought and lived. Rex was the son of Lance and Jill Fleming. Because of Rex's love of youth, high school, college, and professional sports, it seemed only fitting to name the FCA Athletes Year Award after this young man who was a true winner in life and death. Here today to present the Rex Fleming Memorial Athlete of the Year Award is Area Director Josh Hardcastle. The 2025 Female Athlete of the Year is Maddie Dollar from Newcastle High School. And the 2025 Male Athlete of the Year is Shatande Popo from Abilene High School. And with Shatande, he is joined by his family. Our next major award is the Eddie Hodges Memorial Coach of the Year. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes is proud to award this honor to the head coach who has led their team to tremendous success or has a long history of excellence striving to live and coach by the FCA 3D coaching model and live by the FCA coaching mandate. This award honors a man because of his athletic successes and community generosity throughout his career and life. Mr. Hodges was an athletic standout in football and baseball while attending Abilene High School. He received several football honors and set records at the state baseball tournament, including the highest batting average for the tournament of .625, which stood for over 50 years. He went on to attend Texas Tech University on both a football and baseball scholarship, and then moved to McMurray on an athletic scholarship when his mother, brother, and uncle were killed in a tragic automobile accident. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in finance at McMurray, then went on to attend American College where he earned a master's degree in finance. Through this professional designations for Chartered Life Underwriter, Chartered Finance Consultant, and Registered Investment Advisor. He later became a trustee of McMurray. Known as a man of integrity, kingdom multiplier, gospel-centered leader servant, Jayton High School Athletic Director and head football coach Josh Stanaland is a remarkable man of God who has a tremendous heart for the Lord. He is a passionate coach who always has a smile on his face and love for others in his heart. Jamie Calvary, the FCA Big Country West area representative, says Coach Stanaland leads with integrity, and he has built the athletic program around his spiritual convictions, leading the coaches, players, and community to grow in their faith. The Metro Director of the Greater Big Country FCA, DJ Gilliland, says, I first met Coach Stanaland when he was a freshman at Hardin Simmons University and one of my students. Immediately, I knew he was a special young man. Now, 20 years later, I have the opportunity to see him lead young men in his community as a gospel-centered leader. He is a man of conviction, principle, and epitomizes Micah 6:8. Not only is he a champion in the hearts of his athletes and community, but he is also one on the field. In 2024, Jayton won the Class 1A State Football Championship and were the back-to-back boys basketball Class 1A State Champions in 2024 and 2025. But of all of his accomplishments in this life, seeing his athletes and community come to know who Jesus Christ is what makes him truly special. Here today to present the Eddie Hodges Memorial Coach of the Year is Big Country East Area Representative Jamie Calvary. A great big congratulations goes to Coach Josh Stanaland. Presenting the award was Kelly Brockway. And we have one more award to go. The Jimmy Keeling Life of Influence Award. And now the Jimmy Keeling Life of Influence Award to thousands of players and fellow coaches. Jimmy Keeling is simply known as Coach. To the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, he is also known as a leader, a mentor, a witness, a man of influence. In 2007, the Big Country FCA proudly established the Jimmy Keeling Life of Influence Award, honoring the record-setting coach for his contribution and friendship to FCA. Whenever FCA has needed a hand, Coach Keeling has been at the forefront of our efforts and has been a tremendous encourager of others to support FCA and its mission. Here to present in Coach Keeling's award is his daughter, Kelly Brockway. And her son, Harrison, is playing in today's game. We're proud to announce this year's winner, the Eder family, Greg and Tina Eder, their daughters Kristen McLean and Carly Eder. The Eder family epitomizes the FCA family. Their influence has reached across over 2 decades of service to the community and to the Big Country FCA Greg and Tina served faithfully during this time while their daughters grew up around All-Stars. Kristen and Carly are both All-Star cheerleading alumni and now serve as board members along with Kristen's husband, Chase. Chase and Kristen are now raising the next generation of FCA All-Stars. Carter, age 9, Corbin, age 6, and Caroline, who's 10 months old. Let's give a great big hand to the Ever family. And now at this time, we do invite all of the cheerleaders to come out to the field. We are now meeting the 2026 FCA All-Star Cheerleaders. While they're setting up, we can let you know who the cheerleader coaches are. Sarah Bearden of Haskell, Cassie Beard of Merkel, Jessica McGuire of Merkel, and Taylor Claxton of Abilene High. So now let's meet the cheerleaders. From Abilene, Addison Autry. From Eastland, Ryan Ball. From Brownwood, Maddie Boswell. From San Angelo, Angel Bowerman. Pascola, Addison Bradshaw. Stanford, Allie Cadell. Merkson, Berkeley Callaway. Ballingers, Chastity Canada. Comanche, Harper Carr. From Abilene, Keely Cash. From Ballinger, Bailey Cole. From Brady, Cale Davis. From Clyde, Danica Day. From Comanche, Lacey Day. From Abilene, St. Lolly De Hoyos. From Eastland, Zanaya Dunn. From Clyde, Katie Edwards. From Coleman, Shelby Olkin. From Anson, Chloe Fernandez. From Ty, Kylie Gara. From Tuscola, Allie Gordy. From Abilene, Eden Graham. From Abilene, Reagan Graham. From Snyder, Alexis Guerrero. From Anson, Ava Hagler. From Stephenville, Laura Haynes. From Eastland, Stephanie Herrera. From Hawley, Alexa Hewitt. From Merkel, Haley Holman. From Ruby, Carly Jimenez. From Anson, Avon Job. From Abilene, Mackenzie Cates. From Abilene, Claire King. From Clyde, Michaela Kinslow. From San Angelo, Jalen Knight. From Cisco, Caitlin Langford. From Albany, Miley Leverage. From Sanderson, Lacey Lawrence. From Winters, Azaria Medina. From Breckenridge, Soleil Mendez. From Abilene, Skylar Nicholson. Breckenridge, Cable Perkins. From Breckenridge, Giselle Reyes. From Abilene, Reed Ridley. From Rochelle, Sydney Smith. And from San Angelo, J.C. West. Let's have a big hand for our All-Star Cheerleaders. We'd also like to remind all the people that during the school year, our Big Country FCA staff serve more than 165 schools in the Big Country, and that includes middle schools, high schools, and universities throughout a 37-county region. Also, the FCA hosted our annual Fields of Faith, which brings together churches, youth groups, and communities from across the region. Fields of Faith last October took place in Abilene, San Angelo, Snyder, Sweetwater, Stanford, Howard Payne University, Gold Lake, Brownwood, Graham, and Dublin, with a total impact of over 16,000 members of the Big Country community. FCA's Youth 7-on-7 League increased to 36 teams with more than 400 players and 50 coaches. And they also partnered with the Abilene Youth Sports Authority to provide a spiritual component to their growing number of events. Big hand goes to the Big Country FCA staff. Again, a reminder, fans, make sure and check out the Prime College FCA concession stand. Great hamburgers, great hot dogs. Also, there's all kinds of t-shirts and the programs are down there. These are outstanding programs. You need a program to remember what took took place here at the FCA All-Star Festival weekend. And now also before we start the third quarter, we do want to recognize our officials from the Abilene chapter of Texas Association of Sports Officials. The referee is Corey James. The umpire is Winky James. And if that sounds familiar, they are son and father. The head linesman, Aiden Mata, who also played in the 2013 game. The line judge is Michael Cole. The side judge is Bobby Pritchard. The field judge is Sean Grotti. The back judge is Zachary Nolan. The chain crew for the game is Mike Reppert, Ruben Morales, Joe Morales, and Stacy Evans. So a big hand goes to all the officials who make this game what it is today.
Second half ready to start here at Shotwell Stadium of the Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kaysen ready to go with this. The kickoff bounces around, picked up by the blue at the 10-yard line, 15, and out to about the 20-yard line on the return is going to be Caston Vega. And we've got some halftime stats brought to you by FCA. Rick's got it. Rick, give us some stats.
Jimmy, the blue has 6 first downs. Red had 4 rushing yards. The blue has 64. The red has 0 passing yards. Blue with 111. Red with 42. So in the first half, the blue finishes with, let me find this, 175 yards of offense to 42 for the red.
First down for the Blues, so it's Keegan Abels. Got some individual numbers for you. Abels on first down, looking long. He's teeing off, throwing it. He's got a man out there. Pass is caught at the 38-yard line. Austin Cummins again hauls one in. Wow. 42-yard gain. Austin Cummins has 127 yards on 4 catches. Abels now has thrown for 130. He tees it up again. He's got a man wide open, caught, touchdown. Harrison Brockway has it from 38 yards from Keegan Abels. That's 2 plays and 80 yards for the Blue to open this up now to a 13-3 lead.
32-second drive.
The grandson of the legendary coach, Jimmy Keeling.
Wow, how about that, Rick?
2-play drive.
That's quick.
Into attempt the extra point.
38 yards.
Number 88, Eric Welch.
Eric Welch for the point after. Snap is down, kick is up. Kick hits the upright and goes through. It's good.
Doinking through, so it's a 2-play, 80-yard drive in 32 seconds for the Blue to increase their lead to 14-3.
Give me that drive at 2 plays, 80 yards.
34 seconds.
Well, and that is
32 seconds.
32 seconds?
Yes.
That is what you bring to the table when you kind of caught the red not ready for the second half to start there, and that was Abels to Cummins and then Abels to Brockway for the touchdown. Wow.
Now the Blue will kick off.
There's the man of the hour behind us, DJ Gillen. He's been running this thing. He feels really smart right now because good morning, DJ. Yeah, here we are in the morning. Second game in 40 years of broadcasting I've ever called in the morning.
Still just 84 degrees.
So thank you. Yeah. No. So the blue team about to kick off to the red. We just started the second half.
Yeah, 32 seconds ago.
Lightning.
So Zay Alexander will go deep.
And now then what you've done is you have put that red team on notice.
Yep.
They are thinking to themselves, we got to come back and do something right here.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Bear Ming really specifically targeting his wily receivers.
Back deep for the red team, number 13, Zay Alexander.
Here's the kick. Zay Alexander from the 12 to the 15. Jeremiah Apple nearly had him, missed him. Alexander, the 25 to the 30, and gets to the
Mark him on the 30.
30-yard line.
Red team will begin, first and 10.
Okay, so right now, Rick, if you were to look at the blue team, I would have a co-MVP on offense.
Yeah.
I think that hookup between Abels and Cummins has been lights out.
Cummins has really been special today.
First and 10 for the red. Bear Ming has got some work to do now. Sends Hunter Hood in motion, takes a snap on first down. Here comes a double reverse, and now then here comes a little trick play. Ming back to pass. Ming now being chased. He's going to go down to 20. Bear Ming is going to lose 10 on the play. And there was your trick play, Rick.
Yep.
They were looking long for Alexander, and the pressure was too good from the blue.
I mean, I immediately turned to watch Alexander and was waiting for the ball when you called the sack. Now 2nd and 20.
Yep.
For the red.
Now, here's my question. Can you run another trick play if the first one doesn't work?
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
So Ming now on 2nd and 20. A quick pass for Hood. Has him out here at the 21. Here comes that defense just swarming in and dropping him at the 22. Gain of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 18. Well, you got to give a lot of credit to Nolan Vosberg out of Stephenville. His defense has been lights out here.
They're marking on the 21 for a gain of 1. 3rd down and 19 for the red.
Third down, 19. Ming sends trips right side. One receiver to the left, I believe, is Heighton. Snap comes back. Comes pressure again on Ming. Breaks it down. He's got some running room. He's got the 30, and Jeremiah Apple has him at the 36, shy of the first down. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Gain of 15 for Ming.
Yeah.
Let's make it 4th and 3. 4th and 4.
Well, this is me. I know it's an all-star game. I think they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, I think you have to.
I was going to say, this being me, I would punt because I don't want 21 minutes of football game left and this be over. Because you would set up the blue in your territory. Ming on 4th down. Snap comes back. Here comes pressure, a little swing pass. Pass is caught.
He's short.
And he is short of the first down. That was Driston Payne out of Abilene High. And he got to the 39, that's all. So the blue team has the ball on downs with 8:38 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Blue defense has been the difference maker in this game.
You know what I would say about the blue defense in all of this, Rick, is I don't know I honestly don't know if you can pick out one player that's had the best game.
No.
I mean, they are gang tackling. They have swarmed the ball.
They are crowding the line of scrimmage and bringing pressure.
This is Ty Thompson now. Thompson on first down takes the snap. He's going to throw, and Cummins got tangled up over there with Drew Falks out of Stanford.
2nd and 10 for the Blue. Cummins lost his mouth guard.
What Mitch Abels has brought to the table for this Blue team, as well as Nolan Vosberg, has just been fun. They are loose and just kind of freewheeling out here. Pass comes now. I think that was Brockway out there.
Brockway.
Yeah. He's going to lose a couple to the 41. Brings up 3rd down. But anyway, what I was going to say is they've just said, hey, we're going to kind of go off script a little bit, and we're going to throw it around, and we're going to swarm the ball on defense and just see what happens. We're going to play some high pressure.
Yep. And they've done a great job with that.
Third down and 12. They need the 29 for a first down. Snap comes back. Thompson rolls, looks, throws, has a man. Brockway, 35-30. He's got the first down at the 28-yard line. Put his head down and picked up the first down. Ain't a 13. They needed 12.
Go familiarity there. First down for the Blue.
At the red team 28-yard line.
It's a good play by Brockway. He came all the way across the formation. 1st and 10. Trips left. Austin Cummins to the right. On first down. Snap comes back. Thompson throws. Whoa, there's a hit. Nice job right there by Driston Payne on the defense. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Blue tried the little short hitch there, and Driston Payne read it and made his contact at the exact right moment.
Helping provide the coverage on that play, number 0, Garrett Allison.
So you remember, for Cummins, if he comes across the formation, they tried a little reverse. He would be to his strong side to throw the ball.
Did you see Cummins motioning for Xavier Alexander to come up, man up?
Handoff went to Caston Vega.
Helping out on the tackle.
Back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 10.
3rd down for the Blue team.
Blue with a 14-3 lead with 7:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Brockway checks back in.
For the Blue team, number 5, Harrison Brockway.
Now that Alexander is going to press Cummins. Thompson comes over the sideline. Snap comes back, and on 3rd down, Thompson, he takes a hit, and he's going to go down back at the 38. Loss of 10 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down.
4th and 20.
Now then, I think if you're Mitch Abels, you go for this simply because you're in positive territory.
Yeah.
Well, all the conventions are going out. They're going to kick. Eric Welch comes in.
What you don't want to happen now, if you're Mitch Abels, you don't want it to go in the end zone.
Right.
You don't have to worry about a run back, so I think I would put more guys back to return.
Yeah, I started to say I'd angle one for the corner here.
Uh-oh, Keegan Abels comes in now. Do we have a trick play coming?
I don't think you can because you're not allowed to rush.
That's true. That's true.
Snap is back. Welch hits it. Ball bounces and will roll dead at the 20-yard line. So we now have 5:20 to play in the third. And it is 14-3, Blue with the lead.
The Blue avoids damage from their missed opportunity. So they'll take over on their 20. Or the Red will take over on their 20. Sorry. Red avoided damage.
And
it's going to be Caden Davis again. Cooper Penny. Are you the young bankhead? What's your first name? Hi, Max. Jimmy Pogue. Nice to meet you. Cooper Penny and Max Bankhead. Thank you, guys. I'm good. Good. Thank you, guys, very much.
Loss of 2 on first down. Jaden Lucero with the carry. So 2nd and 12 now for the Red. Caden Davis at quarterback.
Going to switch spots of receivers here. Snap comes back. Davis stands in the pocket. He's going to be thrown down at the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. Good pressure right there. And with the pressure was Ryder Burrow out of Santo.
This is fun. This game is not at all what I expected.
Who do you know from Santo, Rick?
I don't remember.
Ryder Burrow.
Oh, okay. I thought there was somebody we went to college with.
No.
Okay.
I've been through Santo.
Where's is it west, east, isn't it?
Pick a direction.
East.
Yeah. 3rd down. Snap was low. Davis under some more pressure. Now turning it up. He's going to go down again, this time back at about the 7-yard line. And Red team's going backwards. Just going to bring up 4th down. They're going to have to punt.
Wow. The Blue defensive line has been pretty spectacular.
Now makes it 4th down for the Red team.
And again, it's everybody that is playing defense right now.
Yeah.
It's not. There's not one guy whose name we have called 5 or 6 times.
That's what I'm saying. If I was just thinking if I had to pick a defensive MVP, I would say the Blue defensive line.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they'll let us do that or not, but.
Snap is back for the punt. We've called Jacob Ross's number a lot tonight. We've called Robert Trowbridge out of Brownwood. So 2:54 to play now in the third. Blue leads 14-3, and I think, if you look down there for this Blue squad, they struck quick, and then they really kind of made the third quarter evaporate a little bit.
That's true.
Because the Red has not been you got to look at it. It's a 2-score game no matter what. It's a 2-touchdown game.
So you get another touchdown, the Blue may have this one in the bank.
Yeah. And the Blue has the ball in positive territory now at the 47 of the Red.
Abels comes back in at quarterback.
So immediately you've got to look at Austin Cummins here on the outside.
Xavier Alexander on Cummings.
Also Jack Bucci into the slot on the right side. 4 receivers in the formation. Abel's back to pass. Abel's going to get thrown down back at the 38. Good pressure there by the Red.
By number 0, Garrett Allison.
Garrett Allison was there.
Loss of 14 on the play. 2nd and 24.
I still would say I would look for Brockway.
Yep.
He's on the sideline right now. He just came out. Abels has been dangerous on everything vertical.
Yes, he has.
Everything over the top.
Pressure coming now for the red.
Little play action. Abels rolls and throws. He's had to get rid of that. Too much pressure there from the red. And it brings up third down.
Now third down.
3rd and 24 for the blue.
Good pressure from Cleve Whitfield out of Stanford.
Both defensive staffs packing the line of scrimmage and bringing it.
Well, and in an all-star game like this, it makes sense because even let's take a look at the O-line. You know, they're not working really as a unit.
No.
I mean, the best they can they are. I'm not down on them, but I'm just saying that everybody has different pass protection schemes. 3rd down 24. Snap comes back. Abels looks, throws. He's got a man. This one's going to be picked off. Good job right there by Josh Cole out of Wiley. Cole running it back, going to be knocked out of bounds at the 25 of the blue. That could be the break that the red needed, Rick.
Yep.
By number 9, Joshua Cole, who returns it into blue territory, and he was pushed out of bounds by number 7, Keegan Abel.
Second pick that Abels has thrown.
The red team will begin in blue territory.
So the Reds at the blue 26. Red has to score here, I believe.
Yeah. They've got to put it in the end zone. Bear Ming will come in at quarterback. Jaden Lucero in the backfield with him.
I think you've got to give Lucero a shot. He's only got a couple of carries.
Red team will begin at the blue 26.
Trips right, single man to the left. Hood is the man to the left. Ming takes his snap, stands in the pocket, has some time hit as he throws, and this one, almost picked off.
That's intended for Gage Height.
It went through the arms of the defender. Second down.
Hunter Hood on the near side with Jeremiah Apple on him.
I want to thank that First National grilling team down there.
Absolutely.
Corey James just threw a strike underhand across the field. Ming takes the snap. He's going to be hit again as he lets go of the ball. This one's going to be picked off. Jeremiah Apple has his second interception of the ball game.
And the pass from Bear was intercepted by number 10, Jeremiah Apple.
Going to be the 13-yard line.
Believe so. So Apple has 2 picks.
So the blue team will take over on the turnover and begin at their own
18-yard line. And this will be Ty Thompson. Now then, if you're Mitch Abels and the blue team, a sustained drive can win you a ball game.
Yeah.
You don't have to score. But a sustained drive may not give the red the ball back enough. See, they didn't get anything going on the ground. First down. Thompson takes the snap. A little pump fake, sidearm underneath. Has Butchie out of Stephenville. He got back to the line of scrimmage and nothing else. Second down 10. Steve Keenum, hello. How are you?
How are you doing?
The most tenured. That'd be you. Second and 10. 48 seconds. Clock is running. Snap comes back. Here's the handoff. And getting out to the 20. Vega out of Stanford. It's a couple. It brings up third down. Esteban Lozano there on the stop.
Gain 2, 3rd and 8 now for the blue.
Red kind of needs to step up and make a play here.
Blue should take this to the
Yeah, I
fourth
started to say
quarter.
they could take it to the fourth quarter without running a play.
Mitch is telling them to hold it.
And Ty Thompson will come to the sideline. We will go the fourth quarter, 14-3 Blue. The 26th annual Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic presented by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes goes to the fourth quarter after this, right here on AICD Live.
And at this time, if you will look out at the 50-yard line, all of those officials you met earlier are now receiving their autographed signed footballs from Josh Hardcastle. Let's have a big hand for all of our officials.
Yeah. We go the fourth quarter, the Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic. Steve Keenum joins us. Steve, this has been your vision for a long time. And sitting here, I know that you are stepping out of a job but still staying with FCA. First of all, welcome. And second, I'll tell us what's going on.
Well, thank you, Jimmy, the guy that's been the voice of this game for a long, long time, and his sidekick over here, Rick. So thank you guys for being here to help. You know, the thing about sports in our country, people may not realize this, but there's about 60 million kids playing sports in our country, and only about 7.5 are playing on a school campus. That means you've got 50+ million kids that are playing everywhere else.
Yeah.
And for years, FCA in certain areas has been really involved in that. But in Texas, you know, we've been really entrenched in our campus ministry because we've had such a great relationship with coaches for so long that it's just been, that's been the way it is. But we're now beginning to move into this new world for us. Everything that's not on campus, whether it's Little League Baseball, club travel, volleyball. I mentioned things like all abilities, cycling, motocross, rodeo, you name it, we're going to be involved in if there's an athlete attached to it and a coach. So we want to minister in those areas, and that's my job now to help
You
our
in a
region
barn,
do that.
that's what I want to see.
Me in a barn with a shovel.
Equestrian, you said?
Well, I'm not sure. I know rodeo.
Okay.
Equestrian may have been a slip of the tongue.
Okay.
But we are going to do things like rodeo. But motocross we've been doing. We've got a group down south that's been doing endurance running, cross-country, things like that, triathlons. Anywhere there's an athlete, we're going to try to be engaging with the good news of Jesus Christ.
That's really incredible to think about. So it's not necessarily an FCA run program. Like, it's not going to be the FCA rodeo.
Could be.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
My understanding with you is that you would come in and have an FCA presence at a rodeo.
That is possible.
Okay.
But like right now over at the Abilene Youth Sports Authority Complex, Dodge Jones, we've got FCA volleyball clubs
Right.
that we operate.
Okay.
Our FCA staff does. And eventually we want to get to the place where we're doing that. And we've been doing 7-on-7 football for 9 to 12-year-olds for several years that we run, we operate, our staff does. So we're going to move into those areas where we can, and then we're going to support the places that want to be supported with our ministry resources, which we've got tremendous ones.
I had a chance to speak to a different group last fall, and they were talking about what do students need. 35 years in a classroom, what do students need? And my response to that question was they need an advocate, and to walk in with a ministry that is in place that brings the gospel message to people seems like, well, it doesn't seem like, it is so vital.
Oh, yeah.
Just to the life of our world right now.
Well, kids, you talk about an advocate. The other thing kids need is hope, and they need certainty. And that's what Christ does. He brings both hope and certainty. And we think athletics is the perfect place to share that with kids because they love to play. Families are engaged in it. We think it's a great place for us to invest our time and energy, and we're thankful for the people, like all those banners you see on the other side, that help make this possible. And I'll tell you, Jimmy, the thing about it is our area has thrived because of this game. You look around the state, we have more staff in this part of the state than some of the larger areas, and it's because the people in our region have gotten behind this game, and it's been a force not only to make resources available, and I'm so thankful for Kirk Massey and Larry Hall, who 25 years ago said, yes, we want to do this when there was nothing but a vision. People have been stepping up for a long time, and we're thankful for that.
Talking about just the vision, let me catch the game up for a second. 10-18 to go, fourth quarter. Red team has the ball. They have a 4th and 6 from the blue 49-yard line. Trying now to make the first down is going to be Caden Davis out of Comanche. First of all, let's talk geography. You know where three-way is?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Where is it?
Over there.
Coach Gard told us it's by Paducah. I don't know if he was just giving us a line or what. Is it by Paducah? Do you know?
I think it's up that way.
Okay. I don't know if Davis got the first down. That's going to take – yeah, they said first down as he gets to the 43-yard line. So let's talk vision for a second. So 26 years ago, there was the first one of these games. And there's still, I've seen Sam Korn this week, Greg Etter, some guys, they're here year one. I mean, it takes those type of just rock solid people to make this work. But I think about, the vision has developed through the time period from just a football game to multi-sport, multi-campus. A lot of young men and women participating in this activity this week.
Well, we had 270 here in Abilene and another 60 in Brownwood.
Yeah.
And that's not counting the coaches. And people in the communities, Abilene and Brownwood, open their homes to make that possible for us. But something you may not know, we're now playing games in Midland, Odessa. We're playing volleyball and football over there. We're playing games in Wichita Falls. We're playing games in Tyler. We're playing games in Texarkana. We're playing games in Waco and in Temple. This is a busy week for All-Stars across the Texas region, and we're grateful that we had a chance to be a part of it so long ago.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I like about this game, too. And Rick and I, of all the funny things, when he was a younger man, Rick and I played.
Yesterday?
Yeah. We played old man softball, church softball with Mitch Abels, who might be the greatest church softball player ever walking the face of the earth. He was that good.
Oh, he was a good player.
So I love Mitch. Knew him when he played it for us at Hardin-Simmons. Was a great player there. Mitch is the perfect person to lead young people in something like this. Fantastic Christian man. I also knew about Mitch because everybody was saying, if you're looking at favorites, all the Wiley kids and all the continuity, the red team was going to be there. And you're like, you don't know Mitch.
Yeah.
You don't know how competitive he can be while smiling at you and giving you the gospel. He's going to try and beat your brains, too.
Well, I got to coach at Hardin-Simmons one season. He was still playing. And I told him, man, you were a lot faster back then.
He's still pretty fast.
He's still pretty fast. Well, and I saw Jimmy and Susan Keeling down there. And they had a lot to do with exactly what you're talking about, Mitch, the impact that he's having on young people now. And that's the power of a coach, and it's the power of a coach that's got the right perspective. And if you've got that, not only can you be successful in the world's mind, but you can also be successful in true spiritual things that are eternal, and that's really what counts.
Fumbled there on 4th down. The Blues going to have the ball on downs. I do want to ask you this before I let you go. Your legacy, your thumbprints all over this, and you can sit there and say, "Oh no, it's not," And I know your answer. God's thumbprint's bigger. Yes, it is. I'm going to 100% agree with that. But if you're just one of these little lines of the thumbprint, okay, thank you for what you've done and what you've seen, because there is a little bit of thumbprint, because as you transition to another part of FCA work, you're leaving things in really good hands.
I know that. That's part of the reason why I'm very comfortable about changing roles. God's been awfully good to me, and he's been good to FCA here. And this has been a blessing to see this evolve and become what it's become. And it's because there's been lots of people, like you mentioned, Sam and Greg and Jimmy and Rick, that have been doing this a long time. It's not possible by one person. It's a team effort, and I'm grateful for the team that God has allowed me to be a part of for so long.
Well,
thank you.
It sure is a lot of fun, and good luck in where you're going with this. And I'm going to go to the first rodeo that you work and just watch. I have nothing. There is nothing cowboy about me except my HSU-ness, but I will show up. I might buy a cowboy hat for it.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that, Jimmy.
All right.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you. 7:35 to play in the 4th. And you just have to take, yeah. And Abel's back to pass. He's looking long again. He's got Brockway out there. He's got a catch. He's got a touchdown. And he's got 57 yards on that. And there is 20-3 the score. Harrison Brockway has his second touchdown. How about that, Rick? I was transitioning you into a touchdown.
Cool. Somebody's down in the end zone. Cameraman. Or is that a play?
No, that's a camera person over there. We're going to take a break away from this for a second. After the touchdown, we'll be back with more right after this.
Let's have a big hand for the Camo Woman.
Okay. Welcome you back into the Merle Greathouse FCA All-Star Classic. I think the camera person on the north end of the field got overheated there. Got her back up and onto the cart. So the pass was from Keegan Abels to Harrison Brockway. He went 57 yards. And now Eric Welch will attempt the point after. 2 plays, 57 yards and 58 seconds.
Hey, Keegan Abels fits the Hardin Simmons offensive model.
Yeah.
Eric Welch on now for the extra point.
(20-3). And like I was saying to Keno just a second ago, I think a lot of people would be surprised at this. The point after is up, and it's good. So with 7:23 to play, it's 21-3 Blue. We'll be back with more after this.
Number 88, Eric Welch. New score, Blue Team 21, Red Team 3.
We can do away with replay and just go.
We'd also like to take this time to thank some more of the people who are making this afternoon's football game possible. A big thank you goes to our concession stand workers, our ticket takers, our ushers, our production crew. We also want to thank our press box staff, Bob Vine, Matthew and Ainsley McGraw, the Hardin Simmons University Sports Information Director Chad Grubbs, and his teams.
Blue team goes 2 plays, 57 yards in 58 seconds. Harrison Brockway gets his second touchdown from Keegan Abels, who's thrown for 3 touchdowns. Point after by Eric Welch of Jim Nett has made this a 21-3 ball game. And Welch's kick will go through the end zone for the touchback.
And a touchback on the kickoff.
Well, it just goes to show whatever you think is going to happen, get ready to think again.
Oh, I know. This is unbelievable. There are great players on both sides, but just simply with the familiarity, I really felt like the Red would probably run away with this. The Blue, though, has done a tremendous job, and it starts with their defense. Their defensive line has been dominant. Jeremiah Apple's got 2 interceptions on the day, and then Keegan Abels has been on target with Austin Cummins, Harrison Brockway.
Well, you know, Keegan led Hawley to a state championship.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot to say. And how any of these players play in college, you never know. Here's Ming on first down, handing it off. And getting run out of bounds is that Mason, I believe?
Kyleek Mason, yes.
Kyleek Mason, yeah. But Keegan Abels has shown that he is capable to be a very serviceable quarterback in college.
Yes.
First down.
So he gets out to the 37. It's a first down. 7 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the ball game. 21-3 Blue. I will ask you a very off-topic question in a second. Pass is incomplete. Are you watching the NBA Finals?
I have not.
Okay, so everybody has picked Oklahoma City. I sat there and said to my wife before Game 1 the other night, I said, I know everybody's picking Oklahoma City. I'd like to see the Pacers win just because I like to see the underdogs rise up.
Take it back. I flipped over the other night, like the final 4 seconds.
Okay.
And saw Halliburton hit the shot.
Yeah, well, so Oklahoma City led for 47 minutes, 59.7 seconds.
Wow.
But you play 48 minutes.
Yep.
You know, that's the thing. Thinking about that, thinking of this game. Everybody looks at one side, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, that Blue defense, once again, just swarming. We're fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go. It's hot. And they are still just flying to the football.
Third down.
Be 3rd and 10 for the Red. Last catch made by number 37, Kyleek Mason from Rule.
He's been a pleasant surprise in this game. I mean, the thing that's really saved, it's been cloudy. So right now there's a little bit of cloud cover coming over. 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Underneath. Jeremiah Apple there for the stop at the 40. Apple's fired up.
Yeah, he is.
Tell you a quick story about Jeremiah Apple. You ready for this?
Sure.
He won the English Departmental Honoree.
Really?
Yeah. For English 4 this year. Had the highest English GPA. He and Samantha Joyce, who was number 6 in the class. That's kind of funny because you see those guys, you're like, how academic are they? He's academic. Here's 4th and 8. Back to pass again. Davis, he's got a man. Pass is caught. That is Drew Falks. Falks out of Stanford.
Takes the ball into blue territory for a
gain of 14.
Is first down.
Okay, Jimmy. Three-way is 106 miles from where we are right now.
Okay.
It's out by De Leon, so it's not by Paducah.
Okay. So it's there towards Eastland then.
Yeah.
Passes underneath and to the 43.
Cleveland Field. The catch.
Helping out on the tackle, number 8, Johnny Minifield.
5:50 left. I think Apple is down for a moment. Nope. Okay, they're just calling a defensive play. Saw Apple crouching down. Snap comes back on 2nd down. Ming back to, it is Ming. And he dances around, picks up a 1st down to the 36.
Scramble by number 11, Bear Ming.
21-3. Blue with the big lead.
2nd down and 3 for the Red. 5:25 remaining in our ball game.
You know what's really interesting, both sides of the ball here. First quarter, Ming takes the Red team bam, bam, bam down the field in 4 plays and throws a pick, and it kind of stemmed the tide of both sides. Because the Red all of a sudden became a little bit more tentative, and the Blue became a lot more swarming to the ball. Right there, 3 players to make the tackle on Tristan Payne. Payne gets to the 30.
Helping out on the tackle, number 28.
8th play of the drive coming up.
2nd down.
2nd down and 5. Then you get to the 26-yard line. Free play here on the offsides. Ming looks long, throws long, and it's broken up.
Yeah.
That was intended for Drew Falks out of Stanford. The offside should pick up the 1st down.
Take it to the Blue 26.
Yeah. They're spotted at the 27. If they had it at the 31, it's got to be, has to be the 26, doesn't it?
Yep.
Now they don't have the ball spotted. It has to be a 1st down, guys, on a 5-yard penalty there. Yeah, finally I was like, Winky's going to move that to the 26. There we go. Now that should move the sticks. Yeah, there we go. You give Winky a minute to do the math, Rick. I knew he'd come up with it. One of my favorite people down there. 1st and 10. Ming back to pass, dancing around, looking, throwing. He's just going to throw that out of bounds. Live to play another play.
Corey Lane from Anson is running out the passes from this side. Really wanting the ball thrown to him. He's had some room. Second and 10. 4:14 remaining in the ball game.
Ming takes the snap, stands in, looks across the middle, and this one's incomplete. You know, the penalties have been minimal.
Yeah.
And I realize that's what you're trying to do in an All-Star
Let him
game.
play a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but still there's been a hold and a couple offsides.
Yeah, that's about it. Bring trips to the near side.
Yeah. Snap comes back. Ming escapes one. Now then, being chased. Ming is going to run into a host of blue players back at the 29. He's going to lose about 3 on the play.
4th and 13.
Yeah.
On the sack, number 21, Caston Vega, and number
That's where you got to give the blue team a whole lot of credit because they have covered up the red receivers.
Yeah. The line has done a good job with pressure, and the secondary has thrown great coverage out there today.
for the red team.
So 4th down and 13. Bear Ming will take the snap again. There is a flag down. I think you're going to see you're going to see offsides again.
Well, you had movement out here at the receiver, too.
You did.
We have a flag on the play.
Ming played it like it was offsides because he played it as if he had a free play. And it is, and that's a 1st down.
No, it won't be a 1st down.
Oh, you're right. It's still 4th and 9. So I looked at the short stick. Ming takes the snap. Oh, he's got a blitz coming. They've got him bound back at the 36. Vega is the one that comes firing through and just had him.
Ball will go over on downs to the blue team.
Wow. Vega just came untouched.
Know that when the game ends, we will immediately
So with 3:08 remaining in the ball game.
ceremony. After that award ceremony, the family members are invited to join their
Blue
players
has this one
on the field.
all but wrapped up.
But that will be after the award ceremony, which will immediately follow the game.
So the blue has the ball. 3:08 left. 21-3. They're in the lead. And it's Ty Thompson.
Caston Vega will be in the backfield with him.
I think we may be about to see a lot of Caston
I
Vega.
think you're right.
Snap comes back. Here's Vega on 1st down. He'll get to the 35. He'll lose a yard.
Ball is carried by number 21.
Well, the blue team ought to be really happy here.
Down behind the line.
Yep.
Second down for the blue team.
2nd and 11. Letting the play clock run. 2:34 remaining in the ball game.
On 2nd down. Thompson hands it off Vega. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, the 36, and he's dropped. He'll bring up 3rd down.
In on the tackle, number 16, Ethan
3rd and
Hoffman.
10 will go under 2 minutes.
Makes it now 3rd down.
Honestly, a 1st down would pretty much win this ball
Yeah,
game.
it would.
Well, I mean, the game's won. It's not.
But it would end it.
Our man DJ Gilliland right here again. What's up, buddy? Good. I think that we have picked the MVPs. No ballot, but I'm telling you, I think that we can name them. Snap comes back. Thompson throws, has a man. Oh, that's incomplete.
And Thompson's pass, so incomplete.
Started to say, you know.
Down
That was tough right there, looking at Tucker Jones. So it'll be a punt.
So Eric Welch comes in to punt.
I just saw her Shotwell walk in. I looked over and she was face forward on the run. So I didn't see her fall.
I think Mitch Abels deserves a Gatorade bath.
I think he does.
Welch's punt is away. And it,
Should roll.
yeah, I started to say, I don't know if they, it should roll dead at the 18 because I started to say,
Ministry punt
came in and missed.
at the red 18-yard line.
So minute 7 left to play. This one's in the books, Rick.
Yep.
21-3. We'll see if the red does anything in the last minute 7. So all the way down back to the 18-yard line.
Caden Davis will come in, quarterback.
I think the red, like I said, they went down the field so quickly and they threw the interception. It was their third possession where they got their only score of the game. But I do think that they got out of their playbook pretty quickly. I have thought the whole game they could do what they just did.
Yeah.
You know, that run that you saw by Caden Davis.
Gives the red team a Capriati is first down.
Wow. Not who I would have guessed.
What's up? The National Guard? Okay.
All right, 1st and 10 for the red. .55 seconds remaining on the game clock. Davis handoff goes to number 17, Andrew Nunez from Paint Creek.
And the ball was carried by number 17, Andrew Nunez.
He will lose a yard back to 37.
By number 62, Zayden Wisher.
28 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 11. Davis running. It's out to the 39.
He just chunked a towel. That should be the last play of the game. It is. And the blue asserts their dominance here today, 21-3. Final score over the red in the All-Star Football Classic. And Rick, like we said, you come out here, you get surprised almost every year, and this is one of the surprises.
Yeah, it really has been a surprise.
Red had kind of loaded up, especially their offense, and they never really got things just going today. In the blue, behind Keegan Abels, really behind Harrison Brockway, they just really had things going and had a really nice game out here today. So it's blue winning this one by a final score of 21-3, and now really, I think, Rick, the important stuff happens because you've made friendships along the way.
Absolutely.
You have played it. Now then, for a lot of these guys, it is your last game to play.
Yeah.
But you also got away from this without injury. It has been a good day, and I think over the course of the week, really, truly, the message of Christ has been spread here.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. As we look at some of the stats here in the second half, Keegan Abels threw for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. For the Red, they only had 29 yards passing in the second half. So, but this is always the fun part, and to see them after the game when they'll linger around on the field,
And remember, we have
Sure.
award
sharing
ceremonies coming up,
with new
and then
friends
after
and-
the award ceremony, the families are invited to join their
Well, and you get to have the family time down on the field and
Yep.
everything, and so it's quite a bit of fun here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with naming our MVPs after this right here on AISD Live.
We have spotted a drone overhead, and whoever is flying that drone, we need to let you know that is not a good thing. It needs to come down at this time.
Back here at Shotwell Stadium, the 26th annual Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic benefiting the Fellowship of Christian Athletes is in the book 21-3. The blue has defeated the red, and Rick, you've got
shut it down.
I was gonna, sorry. You had some final numbers. I'll tell you the numbers that look good from this perspective. Keegan Abels throws for 3 touchdowns this afternoon. Harrison Brockway had 2 of the catches for touchdowns. Austin Cummins
had 2 big catches
had
in the
a
ballgame.
big day
A lot of
out
catches,
here.
but two long distance pass receptions. And then Jeremiah Apple with 2 interceptions on the afternoon.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been really interesting to watch. We've had a good time. And like you said, right now, both head coaches are having a chance to address both teams that are out here. They will name the Jimmy Keeling MVPs here in a moment. But you don't see this often. I mean, the officials, the cheerleaders, everybody is in listening to what is going on. And like we said, and Steve Keenum was so enlightening in the conversation we had with him during the late third quarter, just at what has gone on and how now then FCA has a presence to rodeo, to motocross. They're over at the Dodge Jones Youth Sports Complex. They've got a couple of volleyball club teams. They run a 7-on-7 league. They're just getting the message out, and in a time in our world where things can be bad sometimes, it's good to see the presence of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes out there. So that's been fun to see.
Yeah, to get your foot in that door and have an opportunity to touch the lives of young kids, what a tremendous thing.
Steve was talking about the people that have been out here from the beginning of this, the Sam Corns, the Greg and Tina Edders. Boy, you got to look at Lisa Coleman, what she puts together. And
love that lady.
Not only with this game, but at Fields of Faith every year. Truly remarkable.
Yes.
We would like to extend the awards each year.
So they're going to name the MVPs.
Who are providing coverage for all of our All-Star games. Select the offensive and defensive most valuable player awards. The awards are named after legendary Texas high school coach and supporter of FCA and this game, Coach Gordon Wood. Today, FCA Area Director Josh Hardcastle is on the field to honor today's most valuable players. And today's Gordon Wood Defensive Most Valuable Player Award goes to Caston Vega of Stanford.
Caston Vega of Stanford has been named the Gordon Wood MVP for defense.
All of the players played very well, but the media selects these awards. And now, today's Gordon Wood Offensive Most Valuable Player Award is given to Harrison Brockway.
And then Harrison Brockway of Graham has been named the offensive MVP. 119 yards receiving in the air, 2 touchdowns. So congratulations to those 2 players. So the Blue carrying the day here today, Rick, as they win those 2 MVP awards as well.
Yeah. But, you know, again, you go back right here, you've got red players and blue players hanging around with each other. There has been a brotherhood built this week for these teams. You know, I was at the blue practice on Thursday when they were over at Cooper in the Den, and Jamie Calvary was talking to Jimmy Keeling, and he had said that on Wednesday they had 8 conversions.
Professions of faith, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And I believe some are being baptized down here. I think I see them fill the pool and people circled around. They did that last year as well. So that's going to do it for us. We've had a really good time here today. And Rick, I always like this time because it means we're about 2.5 months away from the start of our football season. Where we'll try and run it back here at Shotwell Stadium. But for Caleb Smith and the whole crew at AISD Live, for Rick Case, I'm Jimmy Polk. Thank you for watching this one, everybody. You have seen the blue team defeat the red 21-3 in the 26th edition of the Merle Greathouse All-Star Football Classic, benefiting the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. So long.